It's Patrick and Lester at Pals. So, Lester, it's Thanksgiving Eve, and we're going to have some hamburgers and hot dogs here in a few minutes and a whole bunch of desserts. And I thought that I'd like to interview you a little bit and talk to you about how you became a technician and where you're at. So, where did you grow up?
Was born in Colorado, and in a small town called Flagler. Then we moved to Colorado Springs, and I was there till I was 10, and then from then I moved to Florida, Southwest, and been here a majority of my life.
Okay. And what did your parents do for a living?
My father was a police officer at one time. He was a paramedic at one time. Now he's a registered nurse.
Okay. And did your mom work outside the home, or was she a homemaker?
Mom was. She did most of her life was what do you call a paper route manager.
Okay.
So she was like a district manager for keeping all the papers rolling and stuff like that, keeping the carriers and papers and whatnot.
And that's kind of a lost art now because everything is digital. It's not like it used to be. It used to be you had to have paper carriers every day, all day, right?
I ran routes from the time I was 8 till even when I moved here. I had a paper route that I had for 3 or 4 years.
Now, was it an early or a late route?
Oh, it was early. It was 3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning. Wow. So at 8 years old, was it 3 o'clock in the morning?
Well, in Colorado, it was an evening paper, and then you had the Sunday morning paper.
Okay.
And then when I moved down here, it was always an early morning paper.
Now, was it like the movies where you've got your bike and you got the bands already on the papers and you throw it up on the front porch, or was it different than that? How did it work?
That's how I did it. I had a bag that I'd put all my papers in. First, I'd get up in the morning, roll them all up, put the brands on them, stuck them in the bag. Because I had about 200 papers that I was running.
About 200. And did you use your bike all year round, or did you walk it in the winter?
Oh, no. Mostly down south or in Colorado Springs, that was mostly, they were in the back of the truck, and we just grabbed them and run run down the block as I throw them. When I was here, I had them on my bike, and I had a bag on it, and I'd get through all those, come back to the house and reload it, and go out and do the rest of them.
Wow. So that was your first job. What or who influenced you to go into car repair?
That would have been my grandfather. He worked on the farm, worked on a lot of the farm equipment, stuff like that. So I was always interested in playing with mechanical stuff.
So where was Grandpa's farm at?
That was in Flagler, Colorado.
That was in Colorado. Okay, so from your earliest remembrances, you were probably there for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh, definitely. That was the best times.
Now, what type of farm was it, Lester?
He did mostly corn, wheat. He had a few cows, but not a lot of cows. But.
Okay, so he had corn and wheat. What type of equipment did he have? Did he have John Deere or International?
John Deere, International. There was another big one too that he had. Ferguson, I think, was one.
Mm-hmm.
But you had to, he could stand. He was 6'7". He could stand in the middle of the tires.
Wow.
On the rims. That's how big this thing was.
Wow. I grew up on a farm too. So every season you had to get the equipment ready. He probably took you out with the wrenches and you'd work on a cultivator or you'd work on the planter or things like that, right?
Right.
And is that where you got a lot of your working knowledge, how equipment worked?
I went through vocational school and worked at dealerships and stuff when I was 15, 16, and 17 up until I graduated at 18. Then I had vocational school there too. So that's just where I got majority of it.
So you went to a vocational school after high school. You'd been during high school, and then you went after high school.
Correct.
Where was your first job at as a technician?
As a technician, Montgomery Wards.
Montgomery Wards. And what did you do?
Started off changing oil and then doing brakes and all that as they moved me up through the ranks of it.
Wow. So that was your first job as a technician. Now, how many years has this been your only vocation? Have you ever done anything different than auto technician after high school?
Nope.
This is who you are. This is what you are. Okay. What is your favorite car or truck?
Anything that makes money.
Anything that makes money. Okay, that's to work on, and I get that. And
my favorite vehicle or
for you
manufacturer is Ford.
Is Ford. So if you were going to buy a vehicle for you, what would it be?
Ford F-150.
Ford F-150. Okay, and I know that you're into NASCAR. Who's your favorite driver?
That would be Martin Truex Jr.
Martin Truex Jr. Okay. Now,
unfortunately, he drives a Toyota. But
I was going to say he's not a Ford guy.
No.
Right?
Nope. But he's the cleanest driver there is out there.
And that's what draws you to him. You like it to be fair play.
He races you fair and square. I mean, Martin was the same way. Bill Elliott was the same way. Matt Kenseth was the same way.
Very interesting.
They all won a lot more championships if they played a little dirty. But they raced you hard and raced you clean.
Now, if you had to pick, who is your hero?
I would say my father.
Your dad. Very good. Well, Lester, thanks for taking the time on Thanksgiving Eve. And I know that you got cars waiting for you out there. So I'm going to let you get back to work. See you soon.